let's strike while the iron's hot in Porto and say good morning to Travis. How are you, mate?
Hey, I'm good, Carl. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Travis.
We're
Good.
great. Delighted you could join us from Porto, live from Porto. Things have come on beautifully there from the video I saw yesterday. What's going on?
Yeah, things looking good. Well, I've bunkered down and I've been making rum. So I'm making the first rum in Porto in history, and the whole reason for moving here, and making gin as well. But the whole reason was to actually come to Porto and use port wine barrels to finish rum. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
First rum to be made in
Porto. Yeah. So I'll give you if you can let me. I'll just give you a quick tour if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So I'll just swing the camera around. So this is our gin school.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So this is where. Yeah, it's a laboratory. We use it as a lab as well when we're running trials. So I've run a lot of rum trials in here because it's easier to make a mistake on a small still than it is on a big one. But yeah, this is our gin school. So people can come here and within a 3-hour period, they learn how to make gin and then leave with a bottle of gin they made themselves.
What?
So it's really quite cool. Yeah. And these are Portuguese alembics. So these are made here in the northern part of Portugal. Yeah, really cool. And this is our Invicta Gin collection. So that's our gold medal winner. So we won a gold medal in London, the only Portuguese distillery to win a gold medal this year at the London Spirit Competition, which was a big effort. And then we've got 2 silvers for our Portuguese citrus gin. And then we have a Navy strength gin for those people that love something that's a bit stronger, because that's 57%. That one's pretty strong. And then coming through here is the main production space. So this is how we set up for gin school. We've got about 53 botanicals here that people can choose from to build up their own recipe, and then we just give them a bit of instruction on. It's a bit like cooking, right? You're cooking with vapor instead. And these are our two stills. And so I've actually got rum on here today. So on this one, I'm doing what's called a stripping run. So I'm removing the alcohol from the fermentation. And I'll collect everything. So if you ever hear the term heads, hearts, and tails, I'm actually keeping all of that spirit together. And then the second distillation is in this one called the spirit run, and I run it up through that column on the left-hand side, and that helps purify it. So
these are beautiful things.
It's a really beautiful space. It is. And then I'll just come back this way, and then down the back. I've got our barrel room where I've been really busy this year filling barrels with rum.
Yeah.
And these are our new oak, American and French oak. And we're doing a combination of both, but then we keep them separate when it goes into these barrels, these are ex-Taylor's tawny port casks. And if I could do like taste vision, you'd love it because it just tastes incredible. It's amazing. So the first release on this one is supposed to be this December. But there's a huge issue with supply chain in Europe at the moment on bottles and sourcing. Glass is a huge issue off the back of the Ukraine situation. And then it's because there were 2 major glass factories in the Ukraine that have now been destroyed, which has put pressure on the rest of the manufacturers. And then on top of that is the fact that all the energy prices have gone up, and our bottle price has gone from 92 cents a bottle to $1.35 in 2 months.
That's ridiculous.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's it. That's the tour, guys.
That is Travis.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I think we need to come and actually.
We're not alone. I think it's going to be a bit of people are pushing each other out of the way to come to Porto this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I was thinking, you said the question that you said before is about what do you bring to Portugal?
Yes.
Yes. I've my everything, because I built all of this. Like, we did everything by ourselves, by hand. So I did all the electrics, all the plumbing, the design, the carpentry, taught myself how to make gin, taught myself how to make rum, and the idea is to actually put Portugal and Porto on the map for premium rum production. So,
wow, that's the spirit. Pardon the pun, but that is the spirit exactly that we're talking about. And I think you get today's award for extraordinary expat.
Oh my God!
Thanks.
What you've done is incredible, Travis. There, and
it's been a team effort. My wife did 130 to 140 recipes on the gin, Andy, to get down to our final 3, and we did blind tastings of all of them. And we worked out on the first day that to try to taste 15 on the same day is not a good idea, because it just ended up a little bit
What's the deal?
Yeah.
Is she in rehab now? What's
No,
happening?
no. She's working on it. We're working on a new. We've got a couple of new releases coming out next year. We're going to do a. There's a word what in the south it's called bicker, but in the north it's cimbolino for coffee.
Yeah.
And we've just registered. Last week we got the European trademark for cimbolino, and we're launching a coffee liqueur, which will be very cool. Yeah, and then there's we're doing a finger lime vodka as well. We're going to launch and a spice rum.
Do you sleep?
Yeah, we've
Do
got
you
some
sleep
things.
at all?
Never. No, I work no. And when I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming about it. And when I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning, having a panic attack, that's the first thing I'm thinking about as well. So yeah,
bless you.
I live and breathe it. Yeah.
Katia, what do you think? This as an expat, this makes me proud. I'm getting, I'm feeling some of the associated glory of people coming to Portugal and doing amazing things. What do you make of this man's efforts? Speaking on behalf
amazing. They're amazing. And but I think Porto was a great location for that, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It is. But everything's here, Katia. I mean, if you want to do aging spirits, there's still like generations of Coopers here down around.
There's a different culture around, not just the wine, but
spirits.
Spirits in general.
How did you get to be here,
I'm
Travis,
being
to
called
do that?
away. Sorry, I'm going
Mrs.
to have to go.
Suddenly got to go and go to the drinks cabinet.
Travis,
I've been inspired.
I've got a birthday coming up, and I'm wondering if Carla will bring me up.
Did you see what she did to me there?
Sounds like a good idea.
Put me on the spot, why don't you? Okay.
Yeah.
We are due.
Or if not, maybe in the new year. But I'd love to.
For sure.
Thanks for that, gin.
Oh no,
you're welcome.
Visit. It just sounds like a really interesting place. I mean, I'm getting the vibe of Field of Dreams. You know that film. Like
build it and they will come. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you've done. You've got like this massive vision, and you've stuck with it and breathed it, lived it. Wow.
Yeah, it's taken 7 years. I mean, from the first idea of making rum, it's taken 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
To the month, December. Yeah. That's why I've gone grey. Gone grey in 7 years.
It's
to be fair, we're all got older in 7 years.
For sure, we have. Yeah.
Wonderful.
But I loved it. When you were talking about things aging, I was thinking this is the perfect thing for people to do, because we're all aging, aren't we? And a lot of people that are coming over the expats, we're all very keenly aware of.
Do you know that's a really great idea, to buy a rum and continue to age it alongside yourself, and it turns into a mystery bottle.
That's true. It does.
Idea.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you must have a few mystery bottles along there.
We have got. Katia, you should come and see our mystery bottles. Seriously, we've got some that they're probably a little bit like the placenta stuff. You probably wouldn't want to drink it. Yeah.
Do you know what? You could actually have a line called Mystery Bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the mystery bottles are basically the gin school bottles that come out every week. That everybody's gin is different. There's never one gin that's the same as another. So yeah, it's interesting that way.
That's incredible. You know how hairdressing schools have guinea pigs and stuff like that.
Yeah. I've been to those schools. Yeah, I've done that. I've been to them.
All right. I better go because I can hear a child calling me. But lots of love to you. It's nice to meet you, Katia, and you, Travis.
Nice to meet you too.
Very nice. You haven't already met. Okay, Mrs.
I know, I've never met Katia before.
Well,
so
it's long overdue. All right, see you later.
Very long overdue. Bye.
Okay, there she goes. Mrs. M needs to go now. And Katia's joining us for the rest of the hour. The lesser-known booze of Portugal, so you can impress your Portuguese neighbours, friends, and associates, and learn a bit more about boozing culture in Portugal. And an impromptu tour of the Scoundrels Distillery, making gin and rum, as you've seen there in Porto. I think we've got, before you go, Travis, we've got a few questions for you. Well, and comments. I'm coming to Porto. Get out of the way. Hold my beer.
Good.
Porto, says Lord Gilchrist there. Brian's in Bon Dia Gumpers. Matty wants to be picked up on the way, Portuglish, so pick Matty up on the way to Porto as well. Next time to Porto, definitely to visit. We've got a few people who've added you to their list of things to do in Portugal, Travis. I want to tour that rum factory, says the OLP in Oregon this morning.
Oregon, cool.
That amazing. Out of curiosity, how does your rum compare with Cruzan, the stuff from Saint Croix? Do you know that one?
Yeah, much better. Ours is much better. No,
Yeah.
I think, look, the quick one on rum is that there's a lot of different ways you can make rum. You can make rum from sugarcane juice, from refined sugar, from brown sugar, or molasses, and ours is a molasses base. So there's a lot of difference. So a rum agricole is one that's made from sugarcane juice. So Sacra's probably sugarcane juice. A lot of those agricole rums are from around the Caribbean. Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
and Madeira's agricole rum as well.
All right. This thing about the bottles, which is news to everybody, I think this morning, that there's a bottle crisis. I've got my own question about that, but and Andy, who is Portuguese here, says, Travis, can we bring our own glass bottles? Is that a solution?
Yeah, you can. I mean, if they're a 500 ml bottle for the gin school, yeah, we've just implemented a new mandate that with our Invicta gin bottles for all of our trade customers and consumers here in Porto, is that we will do a buyback on the bottles, because we actually designed our bottles originally not to be single use. We want people to reuse them, and we're now buying those bottles back, washing them, sterilizing them, and reusing them. Yeah, it's a
great idea. Okay, that's fantastic. Francis, he's a Porto fan, as in the football team and the town, and now the distillery. And I'm sure we'll be coming to see you.
Well, we're just near Estadio de Dragão, so we're about a 500-meter walk away from the stadium.
Oh, so that must be a lot of fun on match day as well. The vibe.
Yeah, it is. It's just crazy. Yeah.
Oh, superb. Sarah saying, if your rum is much better, you just made our Christmas. So that must be a favourite of theirs. The Saints.
Well, it's going to have to be a pre-order, because that's my issue, is that the bottles haven't arrived and I can't launch a product without a bottle, which is really unfortunate.
This is terrible, this situation.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
And to do that, Travis, is this the website then for people to go to pre-order and to get in touch with you?
Well, yeah, Scoundrels Distilling is the website. I can't see it, can I? Yeah, that's it. And you can follow us on Invicta Gin on Instagram, and Scoundrels Distilling, and Invicta Gin School on Instagram.
Fantastic. So, yeah. And you know, Portugal, Katia, Portugal makes everything, right? So presumably glass is made in Portugal, but there just isn't a supply side. Is that the problem?
I don't know about the supplies. I'm guessing it's also a question of demand and offer. I mean,
it seems to be. Yeah.
It tends to be industry specific. So if we wanted beer bottles, wine bottles, or port bottles, it wouldn't be a problem, or jars. But because we want a slightly different type of bottle, so the ones we're getting are from Spain, and they're made from 100% recycled glass. So we just have to be
help with that. If we can help by emailing the Spanish bottle factory and asking them to hurry up, we're glad to do that. Yeah, order on the way, not to worry, says Sarah. So you've made their Christmas as far as the department goes. Remember the tops as well. I don't know if you have a foil top, and soft drinks, soda, and pop bottles. People getting very resourceful trying to help you with the bottles, but it's
thanks.
A bottle that's being used there that Travis is waiting for, mate. It's so inspiring to talk to you today. I mean, you've created something of beauty, and you've truly made, I think, a wonderful expat contribution to things in Portugal. So thank you for being here. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
You're an inspiration.
And I was just going to say, Carl, my wife's a bit like you. She's all about community, so she does a really good job bringing people together. And this weekend, we've actually got the Porto Social Club with Mike and Tara, American friends of ours, are running the Porto Social Club. They've got an event here on Saturday, and then on Sunday we've got an artist market with about 10 or 12 artists displaying their own stuff, whether it be paintings or pottery or something here in the distillery. So if people
and your wife's name, Travis?
Andy.
Well, keep up the great work, the pair of you. This is absolutely wonderful to reconnect with you and find out what you're doing there, because we did.
Thanks, man.
About an hour, not an hour ago, a year
ago. Yeah,
it was a year, wasn't it? And I wasn't drinking at the time, was I?
No, you were off. Yeah, I did the same. I went and walked the Camino and took a little bit of time off alcohol as well.
Did you?
Well, living and breathing it every day is just a bit much sometimes. So
yeah, fair enough.
But okay, I'm going to go, Carl, because I don't want to. I've railroaded Katia's thing. So see you, Katia. Come and visit.
Good of you, Travis. See you later, mate. Ciao.
See you guys. Bye.
Ciao. And happy Christmas to you. Fantastic.